We live in a world that caters to everything is about you. And that's a really scary environment to raise kids in, isn't it? That's a really scary environment for a Christian when the world is constantly telling us that the world is about you. Everything's about you. And it's even scarier when preachers tell us that the Bible is about you and that God is all about you and God's not about God. The greatest news I can tell you this morning is that the Bible is not about you and your life is not about you. Jesus says, why worry about what you will eat? Is the body not more than food and clothes? Worry about seeking the kingdom of God, and these things will be added to you. The best news is that God is for God, and our anxiety rests in God and his solutions for what we are. When David found his cure for his anxiety and being overwhelmed, David said, morning, noon, and night, I cry out to you and you hear me. Now, if that's what it took for David, who was a man after God's own heart before the cross of Jesus Christ, never met Jesus, that was years before Jesus came to earth, if that's what it took for David, rest assured it's going to take that much for you and I. Coming to the Lord morning, noon, and night with your anxieties when you feel overwhelmed. And when the volume of anxiety, that loud noise, remember when I was asking you all those questions about have you thought about this, have you thought about that? When that volume gets turned up, you turn up the volume of worship in your heart. Because worship, that noise, cannot coexist with the loud noise of our anxiety. When you turn up the volume of thanking God and praising God and worshiping God, you'll be amazed at how the volume of your anxiety goes down. And that's not something that's going to be easy. In fact, wouldn't it be awesome if I could come up here and I could just say, get out your pens and pencils, because I got 5 steps to help you never feel stressed again. Wouldn't that be awesome? That's not how God has designed us. God has designed us to feel overwhelmed and anxious for the express purpose that we bring it to him all the time, morning, noon, and night. The senior class at Grace Baptist Academy, it's a Christian high school in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They kind of took the internet by storm this week because they posted on the internet their class photo of their graduating seniors. And if you have not had a chance to look at this picture, I wish I could show it to you, but it is something else. This graduation picture of these 20 or 30 seniors really is something. You see, every senior in the picture is wearing a mask, and they're all 6 feet apart, as the coronavirus restrictions say. And they've got a spray-painted wood board in a chair that says Class of 2020. But maybe the most heartbreaking thing about this picture is although they're wearing masks, you can tell that not a single person, not a single senior in this picture is smiling. They all are downcast and kind of slouched. And you look behind them, and it's the ruins of their high school. Because a month after stay-at-home orders in Tennessee started, their high school was ruined by a F4 tornado. So even if the restrictions were not in place, they couldn't have had a high school graduation in their gymnasium or in their auditorium. But here's a statement from the principal of Grace Baptist Academy. Yes, we are anxious. Yes, we are overwhelmed. However, the important thing to remember is, with this virus and with the tornado, we've not lost our house. We've lost our house, but we have not lost our home. And with resilience like that, through Christ, we can be prepared for whatever life throws at us. This morning, I hope you have not heard me say, stop feeling stressed, stop feeling overwhelmed. Rather, what I hope you've heard me say is that when you feel stressed, when you feel overwhelmed, that is an invitation from Jesus to abide in deeper, more intimate relationship with him. And we have a choice. We can either run with that emotion towards Christ and use our emotion as a gauge, or use our emotions as guides to go away from God. I hope this week you choose to grow closer to Christ through those emotions that you feel. We're going to close our service this morning with a hymn of invitation. And if you've never made a decision to follow Christ, or maybe wanted to rededicate your life, or going through a season where you need prayer or counsel from someone, we're here to help you. If you've got a decision you'd like to make this morning, then as we sing, you come forward.